Weather Bell Analytics meteorologist Joe Bastardi in the home base of Kilfrost, which is one of our clients. And what they are, they're the biggest de-icing company in the world. And I'm over here briefing them on the upcoming winter. And I'm here in England, so you know where I am. But I'm still committed to you. It's 5:14 in the morning over at your place when I'm making this, okay, over there in the States. I haven't slept a wink. Actually, I may have slept a little bit. Every once in a while, I doze off. I think I doze off on the trip up here, which is 40 minutes out here. By the way, seeing evidence of climate change up here from like 1,000 years ago. There's a big wall out here. I forget the name of the wall. I think it's a Hobbian wall that the Romans built. And the Romans were up here around the time of Christ. And of course, we saw the Vikings over in Greenland. But, you know, the place was quite warm and hospitable to the Roman army. So chances are some of my relatives, the ghost of them, are hanging around out there. And that's why I'm back over here. All right, I want to point out what's going on here. Now, we've had, this is the fifth El Nino that we've had since 2000. And what's fascinating is if you go back to the 94 El Nino, it was warm in June, turned cold after that. And since 2000, 2002, 2006, the warm Junes have telegraphed the warm Julys. Now look at this. Now, this is in degrees Celsius. So it's let's say if we're looking at Chicago, it says it's 1.2 Celsius above normal, which is a little over 2.5 degrees or whatever. Chicago is actually 4 degrees above normal. But what it doesn't micromanage the stations. It knows it's cooler here, warmer over here, and this is off the NSEP side. I want to explain that because I got a question on that. And of course, along the eastern seaboard, it's actually below normal because it's been so cool. But the model, for some reason, when I punched the dates in, decided I'm going to do every 1 Celsius, so I let it do every 1 Celsius. But here's what we want to point out, that the core of the warmth is back here, and what cool there is in here. Last year, all the warmth was down in here. It was cool up across the north. So it is a bit different from last year. But more importantly, it's giving us a signal going forward here. Because if we look at the warm versions of the El Nino in the summer, this is June of 2002, 2006 together. You notice there's an area of warmth up across the top, a little bit of cool in here. But then July continued to amplify the warmth. And we're seeing the models doing that right now. That is contrary to what happened. This is, excuse me, this was July of, if we look at what I did here was June 02, 06 together. Then we have July of 02. And then we have July of 06. So you can see it's quite warm. Now, let me move on here. If we look at June of 2004 and June of 2009, there's significant cold across the United States. And if we notice what happened in 04, it was cool, and 09, it was cool. So it seems like there has been a relationship. And by detecting that relationship, it's helping us out with the forecast going forward. And there's a lot of little traps in this forecast here, given the fact that the SOI is crashing and there's some other things that are going on. You know, we had the hurricane season start the way it was supposed to. June is turning out, we had the cool along the eastern or southeastern part of the United States, cool up in the northwest, and a streak of warm in between. But now that we've gotten there, the thing I'm most confident is the hurricane season is going to crash, and I explained that in the discussion last night. I'm also confident that the warmer version of July is on the way. But this July, you'll see the heat centered in the west and trying to come east rather than over South Texas, expanding northeast. The net result will be a warmer than normal July. But I wanted to show you what was going on in the background there. Well, that's it for now. You enjoy the weather. It's the only weather you've got.